Hey, I hope you guys are all well. And if you're watching, I hope you've had a really good July. So, this video probably should have gone live a couple of weeks ago. It was planned to be done, in the middle of July, not towards the end of it, but the month has just absolutely flown by. We're now in the, I think, third week of July, and the sun has finally come back out after a lot of wet weather. So, wherever you are in the UK, I hope it is nice and sunny with you. And if you are abroad, lots of my clients are abroad. I have clients in Argentina, America, Hong Kong, lots of other places, and they've got some seriously hot weather at the moment. So, yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. So, what I'm going to bring you today is a bit of a food day. I want to show you the types of food I eat, quality of food, because food and nutrition is probably the biggest questions, or like the most questions I get asked when it comes to eating and when it comes to coaching. And people always asking like what the right foods to eat, what are the best things to be eating. So I wanted to give you an example. I don't really love doing the like what I eat in a day thing because everybody's different. It's dependent on you. And just because somebody is like rocking a great six pack and eats a particular like way or eats a particular type of food, that doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be right for you. So it's just like a bit of an example. I hope it is helpful. And I'm also going to show you a little bit of what I've been up to riding in the last couple of weeks. And if you guys are local to Devon, definitely go and check out some of those spots. So I hope you find it useful, and any questions, as ever, shout.
So, this was one morning a couple of weeks ago. I headed up off to Saunton Sands. So, you can't actually park at Saunton Sands Beach with a horse box or horses anymore. I'm not sure if they're allowed down there or not, but you have to park at a different car park. We actually got there before the Crow Point car park opened, so we parked in a different one. And I think it was called Burrow Sands, but it was still quite close to the beach. And then you are straight onto the bridle path. As you can see, quite a cool ride down there. Lots of sand dunes. I hadn't been there for a really long time with the horses, like 10 years plus, if not longer, and it's changed a lot. So might have ridden through a golf course, get on the beach. It was a bit of an adventure, so if you were to go again, I'd definitely go from Crow Point and then go down towards the end of away from Saunton Sands Beach. So you go to the point first and then you ride up. You've got 4 miles of sand on the beach to ride on. It was absolutely deserted. Like, as you can see, it was a really nice sunny morning. I actually got on at about 7:15, got onto the beach at about 8:30. We had the dogs with us, and literally I probably saw 5, 6 maybe other people, and I would have been riding for probably about 3 hours. So it's a really, really nice thing to go and do. It was an amazing way to start the day, and as you can see, yeah, literally nobody there, really nice views, like played in the sea. Barty enjoyed it, and it was just really nice, to be honest, to go and have some fun and just mess around like we used to as kids. Like I said, it's been years since we've been on a beach ride or been up there and done something like that, so it was really nice. And this is at the end near the Crow Point car park. Once you get to this bit, you're actually not far. It's probably like a 15-20 minute hack back to I think it was called Burrow Sands car park where we parked, but definitely one to do. And if you ever come to Devon visiting as well, Saunton Sands is the place to go. So I wanted to give you guys an example of the types of food that I eat within a day, and I'm going to show you a bit of a day. So always start my mornings with a black coffee. I probably drink like 2 max 3 coffees a day. I never drink it after about midday because I find it makes me feel really, really shaky, and obviously lots of research out there to support not drinking caffeine after a certain time. So dog walk always happens in the morning. Zip gets fed after that, and I have my coffee, and then we will both have our breakfast before getting started with the day. I like to make sure I have a proper like morning routine before just going straight into work. And this morning didn't have many options for breakfast, so I had wholemeal toast with some butter. I definitely use butter on my toast and products, and then a bit of honey on top as well. So there isn't much protein in here. I will show you what I add in for protein on the side. But on this day, I think it was quite a light training day for me. So I had about an hour session on my turbo trainer. So that's my bike, but it's set up on an indoor trainer. And it was, an hour interval session. So I didn't need to eat lots for breakfast. And to be honest, I'm not ever like crazy hungry in the morning. So I always eat breakfast, but I don't eat a crazy amount. As you can see, just squeeze of honey. I don't go mental with the butter, but this would probably be around 400 calories. I've spent a lot of time tracking my food in the last few years, so I'm quite good at like guesstimating now. But yeah, brown bread, so nice complex carbohydrate. And then this is what I add in for my protein. So these come from Aldi. They're, as you can see, 25 grams of protein per one, and they're just really handy as a snack or as a top up alongside something like that for breakfast. So I eat quite a lot of these. I normally have probably like 2 of them a day, because they're really great on the go. They come in like a pouch, which I'll show you in a minute as well. And as you can see, they're nice and low on the calories. So if you are are on a weight loss diet, they're super friendly in that respect as well, and will keep you full up. Now, lunch doesn't look particularly appetizing. I am not the biggest chef. I don't particularly enjoy cooking, but I like to eat well. So microwavable rice. Lunch is normally always like rice, maybe pasta, maybe some wholemeal bread, or some potatoes, and I will like microwave the potatoes that come ready to go with some butter in them. Then I had chicken sausages. Again, these ones are from Aldi, so they're a tiny bit lower on the total protein than a hex sausage would be, but I think for 5 sausages you're looking at around 25 grams of protein and about 250 calories. Then just chucked it in with the rice. I know it didn't look very appetizing, but it was. And then again, mid-afternoon, probably like 4, I had a protein yogurt, and then this is dinner. So I live at home. I don't have control over my dinners. My mum always cooks. So this was pasta with turkey mince, I think it was, avocado and salad on the side. We often have something like that.
That was useful to see an example of how I eat on a typical day. That was a Friday, so it was quite a busy work day. Fridays are always end of the week for me, where I have check-in day, kind of wrapping stuff up for the weekend with clients, and then like finishing off all the extra bits as well that I've done for the week. So that was a pretty, like standard day for me. Like I said at the start, my appetite wasn't huge that day. I didn't ride. I literally just did my turbo session, and I don't find I get like crazy hungry. Obviously, being busy helps with that. But also, if I eat properly, or what I mean by properly is good carbohydrates with every meal, good sources of protein, like around 20 to 30 grams. That keeps me going. I do sometimes get hungry like mid-morning, and that's where I'll add in like a banana, an apple, something like that, or a protein yogurt. But those are my typical go-tos. And then if I have got like a sweet tooth or I'm fancying something, a bit sweeter, I'm not really a biscuit person, not really a sweet person. I would prefer crisps, but I don't eat them in the week. I occasionally eat them at weekends. Not that you can't have food you like it weeks, just putting that one out there. But I guess I'm not really a massive snacker. So like maybe I have actually toast, peanut butter, something like that, a oat bar or something. But apart from that, I don't really snack, and I guess that's because I fill myself up with my meals through the day.
Okay, so this was another ride that I decided to go on about 10 days after the trip to Saunton Sands. So this is up on Dartmoor. It's between Haytor and Holwell Lawn. So those are two of the kind of big tours. Holwell Lawn, the tour is actually called Hound Tour. Holwell Lawn is where one of the Dartmoor pony clubs used to have a lot of eventing, things like that, rallies. And it was, again, a really nice adventure. I think with Dartmoor, you have to obviously know roughly where you're going and be prepared to get lost. This was amazing. We literally came over the tour, and as you can see, loads of mares and foals out there, and it was really nice for the horses. They just all stopped and stared at each other. But yeah, you definitely need to know where you're going. As soon as I got up there, that's a bridge I had to cross. I did get off for that one. It started raining quite badly, and I wouldn't have wanted to be up there as it got dark.
I just realised I had my shorts tucked in on that last clip, like I was a 3-year-old schoolboy. Really nailing that. But yeah, I hope that was a cool video to watch. It was more obviously about the horses and riding. And what I was just going to say about Dartmoor, so where I actually went, sorry, that was a bit confusing. I parked at the bottom of Hound Tour, which is next to Holwell Lawn, which if any of you guys are from the south, you probably would have been there as kids doing pony club stuff. I think they still have a bit up there now. There's cross country course and bits. And then I rode up towards Hound Tour, and there is a bridleway, but that bridge that I showed you, that was the bridleway. So you would have to know where you're going. I knew roughly where I was going, but I didn't realise the bridleway was like that. However, having said that, he's a very, very sensible horse, very good on his feet, but I probably wouldn't have done it with many other horses. So yeah, one of those ones to like kind of have a bit of a find out first. But once you get onto the Haytor side, actually, you can go for miles. Again, barely saw anybody. I went up there, I think it was a Thursday evening. And when I got up there, I was saying about the weather, it did suddenly turn. It was quite rainy. As soon as I literally got on, it started proper chucking it down. Got quite dark as well quite quickly, and I was like, oh god, okay, well, it's only 5 o'clock, but hopefully it'll be all right. And then actually it cleared, and it was a really nice afternoon, evening to go up there and ride. But yeah, you definitely need to know roughly where you are going. I pinned where I parked as well, just to make sure if I did get lost, I knew where I was. But just a really nice thing to do, and Dartmoor's obviously a beautiful place to go. So yeah, that's a little bit of, I guess, the riding and the horsey side of things that we have on our doorstep down here. And if anyone wants any more information on that, feel free to message me. I hope that was useful as well to see a day of food. I will do that again, and I'm sorry that the quality of the food production probably wasn't as good as it could be. Like I said, I'm not somebody that hugely enjoys to cook. I like to eat well because I enjoy my food. I obviously know how important it is as well to support my training. However, having said that, I'm not going to spend hours presenting my food beautifully just for me to eat it. So yeah, I hope you got the idea, and any questions on this, let me know. Have a great rest of your week. And yeah, if you're enjoying the YouTube channel, subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you next time.